Now we study another method to find out integrations. So this is called integration by parts. So integration by parts says by parts. So what it says now, if ux and vx are two functions, then integration of their multiplications, when they are multiplied, the integration is u into integration of v minus whole integration of derivative of u into integration of v. Okay, so if we take u is the first function and v is the second function, then the integration by parts says the formula to find out integration of u and v, it is first function into integration of second minus whole integration of derivative of first function into integration of second. So here it's not necessary to take u always as first function or v always as second function. You have to take the first and second function according to our suitability, so that we can find out the integrations easily. And to choose the first and second functions, there is a rule, it is called Eilert rule. Here I means inverse trigonometric functions, L is logarithm functions, A is algebraic functions, T is trigonometric functions, and E is exponential functions. So in this order we have to choose what is the first function and the second function. So if there is a inverse trigonometric function and another is algebraic functions, then we take inverse trigonometric function as the first function and algebraic function as the second function. And if there is some trigonometric function and some algebraic functions, then we take always algebraic function as the first function and trigonometric function as the second function. So in the case of integration by parts, it is very important to choose what should be the first function and what should be the second function, because if we choose different way, then our finding method of integration will become very complicated. So always use this Eilert rule to choose first and second function. So if among the in between the two functions u and v, there is one inverse trigonometric function and one logarithmic functions, then our first function should be inverse trigonometric functions and second function is logarithmic function. If one function is inverse function and another is exponential function, then we take inverse trigonometric function as the first function. So this Eilert rule says what should be the first function. If it is trigonometric function and one is algebraic function, we take the algebraic function is first function. Okay, so if you remember this rule, Eilert rule, then it's easy to consider what should be taken first function and what should be taken second function. Because by applying this integration by parts, if we choose the two functions carefully, then the integration becomes very simpler and we can find out. But sometimes with a different choice, it becomes more complicated. We'll see how it applies. So suppose, these are some problems depending on the topic integration by parts. Let's do. So here we have to do integration of x cos x. So example, integration of x cos x. Let me write the formula. So integration of u into v dx will be u into integration of v minus whole integration of derivative of u into integration of v. Okay, so this is the formula. We have to apply this one. So let's find out the integration of x cos x dx. So here we can see that the product of two functions, one is x, another is cos x. So what is the first function and what is the second function? Let's use Eilert rule. So according to Eilert rule, here we have x is the algebraic function and cos x is the trigonometric function. So therefore a is first, so algebraic functions we take the first function and the trigonometric function cos x will take the second function. So this is the first function, this is the second function. So apply integration by parts. So what is the answer? Now, so by applying integration by parts, it will be first into integration of second minus whole integration of derivative of first into integration of second. Okay, so what is the, now simplify it. So x, integration of cos x is sin x. So sin x minus whole integration of derivative of x is 1. Now integration of cos x is 1 into sin x dx. So now x, simplify, x sin x minus integration of sin x is minus cos x. So minus cos x plus c. So answer will be x sin x plus cos x. So here we see that if we choose x as the first function and cos as the second function, then we can find out the solution easily. It is very easy. So what will happen if we take cos x as the first function? Let's see. If you don't follow this rule, then how solution becomes very complicated. Let's see in this problem. So here again we solve this one, but by taking, you will take x as the second function and cos x as the first function. Okay. So then by integration by parts, the formula will be first function into integration of second minus whole integration of derivative of first function into integration of second. So now it will become cos x into integration of x is x square by 2 minus whole integration of integration cos x is minus sin x. So integral cos x is sorry, derivative of cos x is, it is minus sin x into integral x is x square by 2 dx. Okay, so we can see one thing. Again, this second term will become product of two functions. One is sin x, one is x square. That means again we have to use the integration by parts. And if we take again sin x as the first function and x square which is algebraic function as the second function, again it does there comes a term, you do like that, again then comes a term that will be cos x and x cube. So in this process it will never end. It will make the problem complicated and it cannot be solvable. So therefore it's very important. It's again apply. Again you have to apply by parts. Okay. So it's very, so in case of product of two functions, it is very important to choose what is the first function or what is the second function. If we choose correctly, then the problem can be easily solved. So always use this Euler rule. So let's do another example. So again see, in case of second problem, where there is two functions, one x square, one is e to the power x. According to Euler rule, our x square is the algebraic function and e to the power x is the exponential function. So ILAT, so x square should be the first function and e to the power x should be the second function. Now let's solve the third one. So second one is easy, you can do. Let's try the third one. There is tan inverse x. So you say that there is only one function, how to do its integration. So if you can do directly tan inverse x, then it's okay. But there is no formula to find out directly the integration of tan inverse x. But using by parts, we can solve it. So let's do. Find out the integration of tan inverse x. Actually, in real, we cannot find the integration of tan inverse x directly. But using by parts, we can do it. So we can write tan inverse x as tan inverse x into 1. Tan inverse x as tan inverse x into 1. Yes or no? And then by using Euler tool, I is the inverse trigonometric function and 1 is the Euler function. That means tan inverse x should be the first function and 1 should be the second function. So now apply by parts. So applying by parts, it will be first function into integration of second minus whole integration of derivative of first function into integration of second. So this will become tan inverse x into integration of x is 1 is x minus derivative of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x square into x dx. Okay. So now this in the second term it becomes integration of x by 1 plus x square dx. How to find out integration of this one? So to find out integration of this one, we can use a substitution method. So now it will become x tan inverse x into tan inverse x minus integration of x by 1 plus x square dx. Now we have to find out the integration of this one, and we can do it by using our method of substitutions. So to find its integration, we can take let 1 plus x square as t, then it will become 2x dx equal to dt. So this will become x dx will be dt by 2. So we can write this as x tan inverse x minus x dx will be dt by 2, and so this 1 by 1 plus x square is t, so 1 by t into x dx will be dt by 2. Okay. So here we can see one thing. What I do? Now I replace 1 by 1 plus x square by another parameter t, so that this total integration will become a simpler form. So you have to always think what should be the substitution. So I took a substitution so that the denominator, or I did sum of two things, become a single term. Okay, then only it is easy to find the integration. So always try to find the substitution like that. So now it will become x tan inverse x minus 1 by 2, this is constant, so it can come out, and integration of 1 by t will be ln t plus c. So this will be x tan inverse x minus half ln t is 1 plus x square, so 1 plus x square plus c. Okay, so integration of tan inverse x is x tan inverse x minus half ln 1 plus x square plus c. So you can also find the integration of ln x square. Let's try if we can do, or otherwise we will also solve some problems based on integration by parts in our assignments. Okay. So in the next class we will study how to solve integration by method of Tassel fraction. Thank you.